Shalom. First I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. And I want to say shalom to the elect out there, man. Just a quick, it's going to be a quick one, Lord willing. I'm just at work at the moment, so, you know, just getting it in. I was watching this video, which, you know, I'm going to put up a thumbnail on the, of the video itself on the YouTube. On a video, and yeah, when I was watching this video, man, it made me think about the scriptures. And sometimes it happens, you know, you go through things, or you watch something and it'll make you think of the scriptures, and then, you know, spirit jumps on you, you could, you know, talk about it, man. So, you know, without further ado, I'm gonna get the scripture now. Actually, sorry, let me talk about the video first. So this video, basically what happens is you got a you know, a pen, like a, you know, an enclosure with sheep in it, and these different people are told what the call is to call these sheep to them. Okay, so they go to the sheep and they say, you know, they make the call, and the sheep just ignore them, you know. And in the end of the video, the shepherd of the sheep, he goes to make the call. And the sheep, you know, they kind of like, their ears start springing up. And they're like, hold on a second, you know, I think this is the shepherd calling us, you know. And they hear his voice, and then the whole, that enclosure, all the sheep start coming towards him, man, you know. And hey, I was thinking about the scripture in John the 10th chapter, and, you know, Lord willing, go from there in the spirit, man, because see, the great shepherd is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and we that hear his voice are, you know, are his sheep, man. You know, and the ones that are on this side, that are going to hear the Lord's voice and are going to be sealed and healed, okay, and saved, are going to be the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay. Now, I'll start from 10 and 1. This is John chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber. And I start with that scripture because basically, first of all, we're sheep, man, to the Lord, man. We follow the lamb, we serve we go with, man. We follow the shepherd, man. Okay, the great shepherd. And if you try and come up some other way, some other fold, okay, some other door, and you don't go through the straight gate to the Lord, you ain't going through Yahweh Shai, then that's going to lead on to destruction, man. Okay. It says, but he that entereth in by the door is a shepherd of the sheep. Okay. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. You know, so that means that we ain't going to follow no other doctrines, man. Okay, once we've been called to this truth, and we hear this truth, if you're of the elect, that means you're going to endure to the end, and you're going to hear, you know, Lord willing, I want to be of that number, and that's why, you know, being diligent to make our call and election sure, man, as it is written, you know. And you get given this understanding, the Lord's supping with you and working with you, and you're hearing his voice, and you're following him, man, you know. And that's a beautiful thing. When I saw that video, that's what it made me think of, you know, and the way that the sheep were coming towards a shepherd. You know, it was a beautiful sight, man, because, you know, they all came at different times. Some of them heard it a bit earlier, some of them heard it later, you know, and they all came to the shepherd, man, you know. And I you know, that's a beautiful thing to see, because, you know, like we're reading, the Lord spoke about that, man. Okay, it says, and a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. You know, I'm gonna get a quick precept. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 4, I'm starting from 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Okay, so, you know, there's a song being sung, man. Okay, and that's really the understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay, the true understanding. Okay, and that was given to, you know, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai through Yahweh, you know, through Yahweh, we've got it now, man. Okay. Okay, it was given to the elect to the nation of Israel, man. Okay, and the ones that keep it to the end and endure, the same are going to be the ones that are going to be saved, man. And it says, and that's the elect to the nation of Israel that the scriptures talk about. Okay, and the rest were blinded. And it says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Now, does that mean that, you know, the men of the Lord that follow the Lord and you know, keep his commandments to the best of their ability and pushing his truth and doing it in this ministry, being in this truth, does that mean that you ain't gonna do with no woman and that you're gonna have to be a virgin? No, that's not what it means. Okay, that woman is talking about philosophies, man. Okay, not following after different philosophies. Okay, you can't come in this truth and you believe in Yahweh Shemiah Shai and then you're following Islam or you're following Buddha. You know, that it doesn't, or, you know, Kemet or whatever, that it doesn't work that way. Okay. It says, these are they which were not defiled with women. Because once we come into this truth, we're purified, man. Okay. Then if you put your hand from the plow and you look back, then that means you ain't fit for the kingdom. That means you're going back into the world, you're going into these different things. That's when you're defiled, man. Okay. It says, these are they which will follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. Right? And didn't the Lord say he was going to lead us? Okay, he was going to come into that sheepfold. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb. Okay, so that's talking about who? The elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay, now all of Israel really are the Lord's people. This is the Lord's sheep. It's the Lord's flock. Okay, but if you ain't hearing the Lord, you ain't coming in His way, then really, you know, you're going to get slaughtered, man. That means you weren't of that on this side, man. You're going to have to get it in the kingdom, man, you know. But the ones that are here, the elected nation of Israel, that hear the shepherd's voice, are going to be the same ones that are going to be saved on this side, man, you know. And that's why, you know, it's about, you know, we're edifying and we're enduring, man, you know, going through that straight gate. Okay, because there was a time where, you know, they weren't hearing the Lord, man. It says, Isaiah 53:6, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord have laid on him the iniquity of us all. Okay? And Yahweh Shai, you know, made the ultimate sacrifice, man. He was the ultimate sacrificial lamb, man. Okay? And in the same way, the Lord says that you got to basically hate your own life. You got to pretty much give all, man, okay, to the Lord, man, and to this ministry, because it's pertaining to your salvation, man. Okay, salvation from the coming destruction, okay, which are in the prophecies, man. They're coming to pass very, very quickly, man. Okay, now you got other guys out there, which if you keep reading John 10, it talks about the thief and the robber. You got other philosophies out there. You got other guys leading the people astray, okay, the hirelings, okay, because they're not really, you know, they're not really caring for the sheep, man, okay. But the ones that are overseeing and looking after the flock, okay, are, you know, starting with our apostles and elders at GreatMillStone, man, okay. And they're doing it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. This is Matthew 17:5, right? While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, talking about a chariot, okay? And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. So, hey, that's the Most High, Yahweh, okay? Telling us that we need to listen to his son, man, okay? And that is what is going to lead to salvation, okay? No man cometh unto the Father but by him, man. You know, so it's imperative to be able to hear that, man, for your salvation. And the Lord is going to give that to certain men, man. And that's the elected nation of Israel. This is John chapter 14, verse 6. Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye had known me, you should have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. You know? So, hey, basically, man, the Lord is calling his sheep, man. Okay, I'm just going to close out. I'm going to read a couple more scriptures. I just want to hit a couple points and then close out, man. This is Psalms chapter 23 from the top. It's a psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, which means the understanding. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Okay, so even David knew, man. He said the Lord is his shepherd, man. Okay, and David is a shepherd in his own right over the house of Israel, man. Okay, this is in fact, let me get this first. Okay, and this thing starts with the men. Okay, and you're gonna have women of the elect. Okay, that are gonna be saved along with those men, man, in that time, man. Okay, but this thing starts with the men. It says Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. So, hey, man, that's the order, and that's how it starts, man. Okay, you can read about that in, I believe it's 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter. There's an order to things, man. Okay, even within the, the elect of the nation of Israel. So, hey, the sheep, they're gonna hear the Lord's voice. Okay, and they're gonna come to Him. They're gonna be fed. They're gonna be led the right way, man. And that path is gonna lead on to what? Onto salvation. Okay, not onto destruction. But you got to come through the correct channels, and that is through Yahweh Shai, man. Through this word, man. Okay, and anyone that despises the word, they're going to be destroyed, man. So anyway, that was just a quick. I just got inspired by that video. So Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, Shalom.